Now we want to convert from rectangular coordinates to polar coordinates. So just like in the last example, we were given x is r cosine theta and y is r sine theta. We set up our picture as before, where this is our theta, this is our r. In that case, the distance from here to here is our x. The distance from here to here is our y. That's how we get the point x, y. Knowing all of this, we have a right triangle, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem to say that r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. And that's where this one comes from. And if we're still using this triangle, tangent of theta is opposite over adjacent, right? So tangent theta is y over x, which is where we get this one. So let's look at an example. Convert the rectangular coordinates 3, 3 to polar coordinates. Well, 3, 3 would be about there as a rectangular coordinate. It should be very similar as a polar coordinate. We can calculate our r by plugging 3 in for x and 3 in for y. So r squared is equal to 18. We can take the square root of both sides, and don't forget plus or minus. So r is equal to plus or minus the square root of 18, just as a review since we haven't done this in a while. We can break this down. Remember, this is a square root, so they have to be in groups of 2. One of these is going to escape, and the 2 has to stay inside. Now, since we're talking about the measure of a side of a triangle, we want the positive, right? So our r is actually going to be 3 square roots of 2. So we have the first part of our ordered pair. We just need to figure out theta. So theta, we can use tangent theta is equal to x over y. Sorry, I said that wrong. Y over x. So tangent theta is equal to 3 over 3, or 1. So theta is arctan of 1. Well, where is tangent equal to 1? Remember, that's your sine over cosine, right? When you do sine over cosine, tangent of 45 degrees, or pi over 4, is equal to 1. So our theta is going to be pi over 4. You can double check your unit circle to get this number. So you go to pi over 4, which is 45 degrees. It's right between these two. 3 square roots of 2. Let's get an approximation for that. It's about 4.24 units. So 45 degrees, we extend out 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit at 45 degrees. So it's somewhere right there. If we drew our r, those will look very similar. Of course, these aren't to the same scale, so the size is a little bit off. But you can see that they're pretty much parallel, which means they're the same.